Welcome back to Carolina Saltwater Living, y'all. We're in the kitchen again today. This is the cooking segment of our channel because I love to cook, y'all. I love to do all kinds of things. So Carolina Saltwater Living is not just a one-trick pony, y'all. We do it all, coastal style, here in North Carolina. Today I am fixing dirty rice and shrimp. And if you've ever had dirty rice from, say, one of our favorite institutions down here in the South, called Bojangles, sometimes I call it Bohongales, Bojangles, dirty rice. It's pretty good, y'all. And it's fairly traditional, but I'm making one today that is probably not 100% traditional, but it's easy. And anybody can do it, as long as you got a little bit of skills with a food processor and a knife. Guys, thanks for stopping in. Going to get some onion and peppers chopped up in the food processor before we go any further. This is one of those recipes where you are going to need a 2-quart pot, and that's what I have here. Just a plain Jane 2-quart pot, and we're using Midlands, and these are from Tidewater Grain Company. You've seen us use their products before. Basically what a Midland is on the rice is where they have hulled and polished the rice into white rice, and they end up with small to medium-sized broken pieces. So that's going to give this dirty rice a unique texture because you've got different size kernels and grains in there producing that different texture. So we're going to be using that rice. We're going to be using the onion and the bell pepper medley from the garden that was frozen, that was pulverized and chopped in the food processor to just the right size. And instead of using the traditional chicken livers that normally go into ground up chicken livers into a dirty rice, I am using chorizo sausage that we made from my very own Hereford pigs last year. We really like this chorizo. It's got a mild, spicy Mexican flavor to it, and it's really going to lend itself good to a dirty rice, something that you would get at the Bojangles or even further down south into Louisiana. So the first thing we're going to do is get this meat browned off inside of this pot, and then we're going to start adding the vegetable component, and then we'll add the rice and some liquid to cook it on down. While that meat is browning, I'm going to measure out 1 cup of these Midlands, if I can get the thing open. Finally. All right, 1 cup of this rice. Roundabout. And we are right at 1 level cup. And you can see the grains, how you get multiple different sizes. And we're not going to rinse this. We'd lose half of it down the drain through the strainer because there's some smalls in there. And it's going to be fine for what we're doing. Into the chorizo, we're going to go in with our frozen chopped bell pepper and fresh Texas sweet onion. and get that incorporated in here. It's going to sweat down just a little bit. And y'all, we can't forget the garlic. We love garlic around here. In goes about a tablespoon of garlic. And since we already have chorizo, which is kind of spicy, but not terrible, we'll take one of these dried cayennes and break it up and throw in. It's not going to be that spicy. Give everything a good stir to incorporate. Now, straight in, after sweating that down a few minutes, with your 1 cup of rice middlings. And we're going to go ahead and give that a stir too. After you have let that cook for just 2 or 3 minutes, stirring occasionally so nothing will stick, we're going in with 2 cups of chicken broth. And you can use beef broth if you'd rather do that, but chicken really is a subtle broth. Probably lends itself better flavor-wise to the chorizo. All right, because we have so much liquid in those vegetables and because of the meat, I opted for 1 3/4 of a cup of stock versus your 2-to-1 ratio that you would normally use with that cup of rice. Once it comes up to a boil, throw a little salt to it, pinch or 2. That's all you got to do. Put the lid on it, put it on simmer, let it do its thing. One pound of fresh off the boat yesterday jumbo shrimp, peeled and deveined. Put them into a larger pot. I should have started off with a larger pot. I'm all the time doing that and creating more dishes to have to clean for Lisa. But I'll throw it in the dishwasher when I'm done. And my go-to Creole seasoning, y'all. Sometimes I make my own, but if you're like me and you just wanting to get supper on the table, Tony sachets, y'all. It's the way to go. Give it a healthy dose. And we're going to stir it around and make sure that it all gets coated. There's plenty of salt in that and plenty of seasoning. That's going to be enough right there. Get it all good and coated, and we're going to go straight into a hot cast iron pan with just a little bit. I just edited out the worst sneezes in the world. Cayenne pepper, y'all, gets me every time. Gonna go straight into a hot cast iron pan with a little bit of olive oil in it and get these things nice and toasty. I love Lea & Perrins, y'all. I almost forgot to put it in my dirty rice. You can't have dirty rice without Lea & Perrins Worcestershire sauce. Once that pan's hot and smoking, get your shrimp in it. Get them laid out as even as you can. Try not to burn yourself. Right here at the end, y'all, rice is done. I'm going to add just a little bit more Tony sachets, just a touch, and give this rice a fluff from the outside in. Look at that rice. And this is white rice, Midlands. Didn't use brown rice. You can do that. Sometimes I do. But this is going to be a unique dirty rice for this shrimp. All right, let's plate it up, some of this dirty rice. And that doesn't look like any dirty rice you've probably had from Bojangles. And and some of these crispy pan-seared shrimp coated in Tony Sachet seasoning. But I want y'all to look at that right there. Crispy shrimp, nice jumbo shrimp, and that beautiful dirty rice. Let's have a taste. All right, we'll get a bite of this dirty rice. You can see that chorizo in there. Y'all, this is unique. It's a unique dirty rice. And it's hot. The texture is what I love most about it. The longer we've been down here at the coast, the better my taste buds are getting. And normally I overpower things with hot seasoning because I can sense it. But my taste buds are really starting to redevelop. And I can taste the seasonings in the chorizo. I can taste that hint of Worcestershire and that Tony Sachets. It's fresh. Ancient grains, y'all. Let's try one of these shrimp. Look at that. I don't care how many times I eat these things. Or at least it stills. No cough. They are that good. Stop eating the farm raised. If you can get your hands on some of this wild caught, local to your area shrimp. But that is what I call the perfect dirty rice and Cajun shrimp. Give this one a try, guys. It's a little different take on dirty rice. I love chicken livers, and I was going to use them, sneak them in there, but Lisa's not a fan of chicken livers. But the chorizo, honest to goodness, y'all, it's just as good. It doesn't have that livery flavor that I like, but it does have that sweet flavor of the pork. And those aromatic flavors and smells of the Mexican chorizo. Guys, we appreciate you watching Carolina Saltwater Living, where we're cooking, we're growing, and we're living coastal. More than cooking, guys. Y'all know that if you've watched this for any amount of time, and if for any of those that are new, we are not a one-trick pony around here. We're pretty much a jack of all trades and a master of several of them. So we'll hope you continue with us. And maybe you will try this for yourself. Y'all have a good day, a great week, and Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I say it every time. We will see you on the next one.